Welcome to Be Smart Maxx, where books turn into power and knowledge becomes success. Subscribe and grow with us.
All right, let's talk about something, it's something that feels completely backward. What if I told you that talking about your biggest goals is actually the best way to make sure they never, ever happen?
Yeah, it sounds dramatic, right? People call it the curse of spoken dreams. But there's some real psychology behind this. We're going to get into why sometimes the absolute best thing you can do for your biggest ambitions is to just keep your mouth shut.
I mean, think about it. You've probably lived this. You get super excited about a new plan, right? Maybe it's a new workout routine, a business you're going to start, or some awesome creative project. You tell everyone, you post about it. And then, what happens? That fire you felt just fizzles out. If that's hitting a little too close to home, trust me, you are definitely not alone.
So, to really get to the bottom of this, let's unpack a story. It's about a young guy named Simon. And Simon, he was just bursting with these amazing, life-changing dreams. But for some reason, he could never make any of them happen.
I mean, this guy was never short on big ideas. One week, he's telling everyone he's going to open the biggest, best shop in the entire village. The next week, he's all in on becoming a master potter. And then, hey, why not build a brand new house? The excitement was always off the charts, Just infectious.
But here's where it gets weird. Simon had this pattern, this self-sabotaging cycle. He would announce his latest, greatest dream to anyone who would listen. And of course, people would cheer him on. That's amazing, Simon. He'd soak it all in, feel like he was on top of the world, and then nothing. Like clockwork, the motivation would be completely gone. The dream just died on the vine.
And that was the result, year after year. The same story, big announcement, lots of praise, and then zero action. His hands were empty, his life wasn't changing, he was just trapped in this endless loop of talking a big game and never following through. And you can imagine how frustrating and just confusing that must have been for him.
Okay, so this is where things start to change. There's a wise old elder in the village who's been watching all of this happen. He sees Simon's struggle, and he decides it's time to step in. But he doesn't give him a big lecture. Nope. He tells him a very, very simple story. The elder talks about 2 seeds. Imagine this. He takes the first seed, and he plants it quietly in the dark, rich soil. No one's watching. He just waters it. The second seed? He puts that one out on a rock, right in the open, for everyone to see and admire and talk about. So what happens? Well, you can probably guess. The seed planted in silence grew into a strong, healthy plant. The one that was announced to the world, it just shriveled up and blew away. And this simple little story, this gets right to the heart of what's going on. It's not just a nice metaphor. It's a perfect picture of a real psychological trap that honestly any of us can fall into.
So here's the big secret the elder reveals. When you tell everyone your big plans, and they all say, wow, that's amazing, your brain gets a hit of pleasure. It feels good. So good, in fact, that your mind kind of thinks the job is already done. You get the reward before you've even done the work.
This is what we call the validation trap. That amazing feeling Simon got from all that applause, it was a cheap substitute for the real earned pride of actually doing something. It scratched that itch in his brain for a reward, which completely drained away the motivation he needed to do the hard stuff.
So hearing this, it's like a light bulb goes off for Simon. He finally gets it, and he decides he's going to give it one more shot. But this time, he's doing it differently. He's going to follow the elder's advice. No announcements, just quiet work.
So instead of shouting from the rooftops about building a whole new workshop, he just quietly starts making a single wooden chair. That's it. No one's watching, there's no pressure, he just focuses. And after a few weeks, he's actually finished it. And then he builds a table, then a shelf. And this quiet, steady work over years turns him into a true master craftsman.
And when he finished that first chair, he felt something he'd never really felt before. It wasn't that quick, cheap buzz he got from people's praise. This was different. It was a deep, solid satisfaction that only comes from looking at something real you made with your own 2 hands. The pride of actually doing.
And what happened next is pretty cool. People just started to notice. A neighbor would walk by and see this amazing chair. Someone else would see the table he built. His reputation started to grow all on its own, organically. It was built on real things, finished work, not just a bunch of empty talk. For the first time, his actions spoke way louder than his words ever could.
So what's the big takeaway from Simon's story for us? Well, it's this. Our dreams, especially when they're new, are really fragile. They're like little seedlings, and they need to be protected. Seriously, just take a second and think about it. How many of your own brilliant ideas have just vanished into thin air right after you told everyone about them? How many times have you spent all your energy talking about the thing you were going to do instead of, actually doing it?
So here's the game plan. Treat your next big idea like that silent seed. Keep it quiet at first. Let it grow in the dark, nurtured by your own hard work, away from everyone's opinions and praise. Because believe me, when it's ready, when it's strong and real, you won't have to say a word. Your work will do all the talking for you.
The world doesn't really need to know what you're planning to build. It just needs to see what you have built. Pour all that energy into the doing, not the announcing. The result will be its own grand opening, and it'll be 100 times more powerful than any promise you could have made.
So I'll leave you with this question. What's the one dream, the one seed that you're going to plant in silence starting today? Just think about it, and then instead of telling a single person, just go start the work.